All right, we're on. It's officially starting.
I'm scared.
This is where we do the dance. This is where we... No, not really. Every guest does a dance, you know that? When they come onto this show?
Okay, she's walking out right now.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
No, so we have, for the viewers listening or watching,
Yeah.
we have Kate Philpott. Get used to that name, everyone. So we have a very high level track and field athlete here from Western Australia. And what's your event again?
100s and 200s.
100 and 200s.
Yep.
So Kate, my first question to you is really about where did this all start, like athletics for you? How old were you when you started athletics?
I think I was 5, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah, 5. Yeah, starting under sixes?
Yeah.
Under 7s, yeah. I think I was 5, starting in under 6s at Hammersley.
I remember you because my daughter was at Hammersley at the same time. And you were the blonde girl that used to be miles ahead of everyone else,
Yeah.
it seemed. So you obviously had a talent from a young age. When did it all start for you where you started thinking, you know what, I actually want to do something with my athletics?
Probably I would say I probably was around 11 when I realised that obviously this is something that I want to do in my future. Obviously started going to zones and states, so that was a big thing. And yeah, I just wanted to pursue that.
So good. And I'm really interested right now because you're on. I've been speaking to Mum quite a lot. She's been coming in, and I always ask loads of questions to Mum. So it's awesome to have you on this program. One of the things I've been sort of really curious about at the moment is because having some experience myself, talking to people in America recently, and obviously also being involved in track and field myself in the UK. Is there enough competition here in WA or Australia for you?
Yeah, I'd say WA, it's still great competition, like still have to fight for my spot, I'd say.
Yeah.
Obviously Australia, it's still tough competition, like a lot of girls out there who are great.
Yeah.
And it's really hard. But yeah, I think there is good competition here, so yeah. I have to keep working hard.
And how old are you now?
16.
I'm only 16. And you've got some ambitions, hey, like the ambitions of maybe studying overseas?
Yeah,
Talk
in
to
America.
Talk to me about that.
Well, I was thinking about what I was going to do after high school, and I wasn't really keen on uni. And my coach asked me if I wanted to go to America, and again, I wasn't really keen on moving to America and leaving Australia. But as I got older, I realised that it's a great opportunity, and like it will help me with my athletics and everything. So yeah.
So have you already got a spot, or do you have to run a certain time? How does it work from there?
Well, I think scholarships come out. I think it's in year 12, like next year. Yeah, make a decision end next year, and then obviously I like if I were to be offered a scholarship, and yeah.
Very good. So how did you become fast? How did you get so fast? What was it? Was it hard work? Was it just obviously you from a young age you were fast, but what extra work? I mean, why I'm interested really is right now you're only 16. I know you train a lot, but for everyone listening, what sort of effort goes into your week? So what does Monday look like all the way through to Sunday? Talk to me about your programming.
Well, Monday, obviously, I just finished footy season, so I'd normally be training on footy training on that day. Just quite a lot of hard work going into that. Tuesdays, I'd had running training, which is obviously have to put a lot of effort into that because that's where all my speed comes from. Wednesdays would normally be footy as well, footy training. Thursdays would then be athletics training, so running training again. And Fridays, I'd have my footy game, depending on what day it is.
Yeah.
And then on Sunday, go back to athletics training.
Yeah. And when footy season switches off, we'll talk about footy in a minute because you know what I think about you doing both.
Yeah.
And Mum's in the background. Talk to me when the footy's off, what does athletics look like then?
Well, during off season, I train 3 times a week, so it'd be Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, plus 2 gym sessions, and then in season, I train 4 times a week.
Mm.
So that depends what days. And then gym would probably 2 to 3.
And when we say training, just for everyone listening, training's not like, there's always an alarm that goes off when we do these podcasts. Training's not like half an hour or just turning up for an hour. How long are you at the track for?
It varies from an hour and a half to longest 2.5 hours.
Yeah. And Mum patiently waits in the car park, does she?
Mum watches or walks.
So how would you have got here without Mum and Dad?
I wouldn't be here without Mum and Dad.
Yeah, I know, crazy, hey? Like you're like obviously speaking to your mum and over the years and knowing how much family support you've got is incredible.
Yeah,
hey? You've got lots to.
Very lucky.
Yeah. Is there anyone else that's been a huge influence for you? Like, and you know, you talk about your coach. Is there some friends that you're quite close to, or people close to you that you that have helped you stay where you are?
Yeah, I'd probably say my friends at training make training a lot easier. It makes training more fun, and like I want to go because like I have people to talk to. Like they push me. Like so, they definitely help me a lot with wanting to go training and keep going.
That's cool. Has there been? Oh, let's talk about footy. Let's switch it. We're moving away from athletics. We're going to come back to. How come you have chose footy?
Well, I tried footy just for fun, and then kind of fell in love with it. But I'd just say footy's my fun sport. Like obviously, athletics is a very like lonely sport. It's like a individual sport, and then footy's obviously a team sport. So like you have a team, like it's just more like. I guess like it's more my fun sport and you have a lot of girls around you, so
I'm going to delve in now. You know, I knew this was going to go down different rabbit holes.
Yeah.
That loneliness, I can really relate to that.
Yeah.
Actually running a business is really lonely as well. And you have to have, and I think athletics has set me up quite well when I go back to what I did as a sport, but I feel like that has set me up for how I run Next Move today. You know, how do you, with that loneliness and having yourself, you've obviously identified hanging out with your mates at the track, but there must be something that when you wake up in the morning, you go, why am I so driven to want to get to that next level? And what is that next level? Do we want to go to the Olympics? Do we want to just go to the Commonwealth Games? Do we want to be the best runner in Australia? Do we want to be the fastest in the world? What is it?
Yeah, well, obviously, from a very young age, I wanted to go to the Olympics. So I feel like when I wake up, I just like keep like for like that little girl's dream. Like I keep pushing to like get that dream for her almost.
Yeah. Was there a particular person like that you saw on TV, or was it someone that you heard about?
I think it's just when I started athletics. You know, you just like dream big when you're younger. I also really liked Kathy Freeman when I was younger.
Did you?
So yeah, she was a big part of it.
Yeah. And do you ever tear yourself down? Do you ever is there anything where you have a bit of self-doubt or talk yourself down about that you can't do it, or do you ever have any of those bad moments?
Yeah, they're definitely, I mean, everyone always has bad thoughts. Like before an event or like a big race, you might have like bad thoughts like, oh, this could go wrong, like I could like get disqualified, or like there's always like in the back of your head like thinking about bad moments and bad thoughts. Yeah.
And give me an example then. So I know before you do an athletics meet you sometimes have a routine.
Yeah.
Tell us your routine.
My routine is that before something, especially like nationals, I need to vomit before the race.
Wow.
From nerves, otherwise I'd vomit after. So it's a bit of a weird.
And then once you've done that, you feel like you've got it.
Yeah, I feel after that I'm just pretty much vomiting my nerves up, but then obviously I still have nerves.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you feel like maybe we go into some of that nerves or whatever? Do you feel like some of that could be just from a fear, like you're frightened of not doing as well as you could do, or do you think it's what do you reckon that comes from?
Yeah, I do think it could be a fear. Like obviously I do put pressure on myself to get the times I want to get and to get the spots that I want to get first or whatever I'm expecting or wanting to get.
Yeah, that's cool. And outside of being an athlete, tell us about Kate Philpott. What do you love doing? What are your hobbies? Do you have any hobbies?
Well, obviously my sport, so athletics and footy.
Yeah.
And then pretty much just hanging out with friends and and family and stuff.
Love the beach.
Beach, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Pretty much just all sport.
Yeah. I wonder what it's going to look like when you. How do you leave? If you were to go to America, how does that all look then? Can you visualize that?
Yeah, I definitely can. Obviously, I think it's 4 years I'd have to be there for, and I do think I would get a bit homesick. But I just think of the positives, like getting a lot of exposure and getting better and getting different perspectives.
Some of the things that I can relate to with what you're talking about and like the nerves is sometimes thinking maybe not being good enough or worrying about not getting what I want to get. And so, I often still go through moments like that where I feel like I haven't really got to where I want to get to. And I guess that's what gets me up every day. I'm still trying to keep driving, still trying to keep pushing. Do you feel the same, or is it maybe how I feel? I'm just trying to see, because I feel like every time I meet someone that's a high achiever or someone that's into high performance, I feel like they always feel like they haven't quite got there. Can you relate to that?
Yeah, I feel like you always need it. Like you feel like you've never got to where you want to be. Like you always feel like there's more that you want to be, and that like you need to put more hard work in to get there.
Yeah. Do you write things down?
No.
You don't?
No.
It's just all inside.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you go off feeling.
Yeah.
A lot. Do you ever go off other forms of measurement, like watching what others are doing or what others are saying? Do you ever go down that way?
Not really. I kind of just go off by what I'm feeling.
Do you?
Yeah.
I've been learning lately, and I had a mentor that I reached out to just over 12 months ago, and I went in to speak to him, and I was talking to him all about these things that I wanted to achieve and how I felt. And he suggested to me, his name's Cameron Shaw, by the way. He's very high up and helps out a lot of high performance CEOs and coaches around Australia. But he said to me, when you go, if you're trying to do something or make a decision about something, if you go off feeling only, you're only getting part of the data, or you're only getting part of it. So he sort of encouraged me, when you're trying to measure where you're at or what you want to do, don't just go off feeling, go off, well, what are other people saying? What are other people feeding back to you? What are other people, like, what are you hearing other people saying? Because if you go off
just
like,
what you're feeling,
oh shit, I feel this or I feel like that about something, then that can kind of not give you a full perspective. And I learned that from him. That's really helped me. And I've actually used it when I've mentored others a lot from that. So that was really, I don't know, that's something you can use.
Yeah, definitely need to not just go off by feeling, go off by other things.
So write things down, okay? Yeah. I can write things down, then you'll be able to do it. But just have a go, have a practice.
Yeah.
What else did I want to ask you today? I wanted to ask you, because we've known each other for some time now, and obviously you treated your brother, treated mum. I don't think I've actually treated your dad yet. No, he's the healthy one. So, have you got anything that you want to ask me around, like, how I got here or what?
One question I did have: do you have any regrets from your career? Like, did you wish that you did something differently or something?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I don't think I would call it a regret, but if I was someone that was highly ambitious, anyone listening, I would probably have done a degree in business first, before the pathway I went down. I think if I look back at my life, I feel like I've had a lot of setbacks, a lot of knockdowns. That's probably made me go on to achieve what I've gone on to achieve. One of the things I used to always hate mum and dad for was that we left Australia when I was your age, or 15, and we went to live in the UK, and to get taken away from all your friends at that age was really tough, and to start all over again, and especially in the mid-90s when there was no internet or you couldn't really connect with your mates, that was quite hard. But I think that made me tougher, and from that helped me grow.
Yeah.
And then obviously doing athletics here growing up, and then doing that in England where the competition was huge, that I guess painted the pathway for me. I guess probably some of the things I regret was maybe I didn't make the most of opportunity of the scholarship I had at university, but I chose a bit more of an academic life, so it was sort of like that balance. I probably realised, unlike you, that I wasn't going to go all the way to the top. That didn't become my, like I didn't wake up in the morning and go, I wanted to be the Olympic gold medalist or the fastest in the UK. I mean, I came second in all of the UK in my sport, and I guess I got to a point where the other priorities came along. Like I enjoyed going out and having the party life and having girlfriends and all those things. I was trying to keep a bit of a balance. I've always been a bit of a outgoing type person, so when I was at university, the social life probably distracted me. So if I look back at that, I go, maybe if I didn't do that, I wonder what athletics would have looked like. But I think the things that I'm doing now, especially when it comes to how I probably treated myself when it came to injury or how I prepared, I made so many mistakes when I look back. So big part of how I got into physiotherapy, or why I have these chats with talented athletes like yourself, is I don't want you guys to make the same mistakes in terms of not taking that full care of your body and thinking that just training harder and harder is the only way you're going to get to your goal. I think it's about training smarter and making sure that you surround yourself with good people, and make sure that you're reaching out to people that that are really going to have a positive influence on you. And like I say, I don't think it was a regret.
But you just wish you'd like done it differently.
I could have done parts differently.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be a physio. I actually wanted to be a sports teacher.
Oh.
And then
that's what I want to be.
Do you?
Yeah.
You want to be a sports teacher? Yeah. Why is that? I think it's because the sports teachers are the fun ones at school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so I'm not sure. I feel like I'm teaching now more than ever. Like I feel like with my profession, what's given me the opportunity I've been able to shape next move how I want to be, and I feel like I'm not really a physio anymore. I'm actually like this educator or coach, and I feel like I'm able to do what I really love doing anyway, having a chat with people.
That's great.
Anything else from you?
One more question. What are your goals? It can be long or short term.
Long goals, long term or short term. Yeah, really interesting one. And I've said this to a few people. I actually still feel like I'm failing. Like I still feel like a bit of a failure. I have this with next move. We've been in business now for 18 years. We've helped out over 30,000 patients, which means I've had at least multiply that by how many times I see someone. I've had lots of conversations with people, but I feel like I'm only just begun, and I feel like there's so much more to give in the community. So what's the goal for me? The goal is to really, I'm really family focused. So my goal is to give my children a really good head start in life. Like my girls are similar age to you.
Yeah.
They've got a 16-year-old and two 14-year-olds. So I want to give them a good head start to life and actually actively be involved in what they're doing. And I think the trade-off for what hard work has gone in is I actually haven't always been home for my kids. Like on evenings where I've had to sacrifice to be here. So I guess in the short term, I'm moving towards trying to free myself up a bit more to be with them. and I'm really enjoying the coaching space of helping my staff like learn the frameworks of how I've learned to help people, and I'm trying to use that. And maybe this podcast that we're doing now could be my new thing that I just keep doing and see where that goes.
Hopefully.
I'm not sure, but the main thing for me is not trying to get too far ahead and trying to be a little bit more present. And the other thing is I look after everyone else's health and help everyone else with their goals, and I sometimes probably don't look after myself enough.
Yeah.
So I need to do that better. They were awesome questions.
Thanks.
And Mum's in the background. Has Mum got a question from that chat? Any questions? Always have Mum and Dads in the background for these. She was amazing. They're amazing. Do you feel like we missed out on anything that you wanted to get off your chest?
Not that I can think of.
So your PB at the moment is 11 point.
Well, a legal PB for 100 is 11.59, and then legal is 11.74. Yeah.
Yeah.
For the 100, yeah.
Good. And you're on track to beat that this year.
Let's hope so.
Stay well.
Yeah.
Good to chat to you, Kate Philpott. Thanks for having a chat with Matt. It's been awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Done.